If you want to move out of the friend zone and into her end zone, pay her a compliment, like nice cooking or...
Everyone gains 10 points next to her.
I'd have with you. What the Play a little under-the-table footsie that'll have her saying, is that a giant, old, soft, decaying banana in your pants?
That's what she'll say? I gotta say, that's just a little hard to unpack.
So's my wang. It's a skin slinky, Colin.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I really don't like this woman. I am so angered by her ability to think she could just take control and she knows better. Because of Justin's cut and a lot of stuff that happened, she realized they had a hit on their hands.
Mostly edited documents prior to even filing the complaint. We are releasing all of the evidence, which will show a pattern of bullying and threats to take over the movie.
That's what happened.
That can happen to anybody.
She beat the shark by swimming faster than it and deking it into rebar. That's how it. Spoiler alert! It's not.
I mean, who wouldn't feel confident after that, right? But it's a false confidence.
She literally grabs a chain that pulls her to the bottom of the ocean where a great white can't catch her. And then last minute, she's like, yeah, great white, I got you, fish. Boom! And she moves and the shark swims into rebar. I'm like, this? Really? It was more realistic when they lit the shark on fire in Jaws, whatever.
What happened? They said Ryan Reynolds comes to set. This is the backstory. Reviews the dailies, reviews the script, and then he goes into his trailer. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. I don't want to be involved in a little drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows? From that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni. Okay, Ryan, we're starting to see you for who you are.
My best friend and I, when we were in 10th grade, we had like crazy crushes. We would drive around, like stalk these guys. One night to go to the arcade where they were, and I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro, so I thought they would think I was like a black girl. And so I could stalk them. My friend dressed up as like this goth girl, and we literally sat outside their houses.
Is this the beginning of the end for an empire that has long thrived on carefully curated illusions? Allegedly, behind every blockbuster premiere and dazzling red carpet, there's a web of covert deals, manipulated narratives, and unchecked ambition. The ripple effects of these alleged misdeeds could be catastrophic, not just for the industry's credibility, but for the deep cultural connection fans have with these larger-than-life legends. When the very architects of Hollywood's magic are accused of playing with loyalties and peddling secrets, it forces us to re-examine everything we thought we knew about stardom. Think about what happens when the audience begins to question every meticulously crafted tale. The magic starts to crumble. The once unshakable bond between the screen and its viewers fractures. Allegedly, if the industry doesn't confront these issues head-on, we could see a tidal wave of disillusionment sweeping through fan communities. This isn't just a minor scandal. It's a potential inflection point that could completely redefine modern cinema. In a world where every new leak and whispered confession chips away at the foundation of trust, can Hollywood ever recover its luster? Or are we witnessing the slow, inevitable unraveling of an empire built on lies, manipulation, and unchecked ambition? Let's take a moment to consider the scale of what's allegedly been happening, from Mark Ruffalo's explosive comments to the controversial firings, the murky depths of a supposed Marvel scam, and the intricate web of celebrity connections and secret deals. Every element of this scandal is designed to shock and provoke. The narrative that's allegedly emerging is one of betrayal and deception, where even the most admired figures aren't immune to the machinations of a system that values power above all else. Can you imagine a scenario where the heroes we cheered for on screen are part of a larger, more sinister game, one that turns loyalty into a disposable commodity? As this explosive saga unfolds, it's clear that the alleged scandal is far from over. Each new revelation only intensifies the drama, leaving us with more questions than answers. The intricate layers of manipulation and deceit slowly being exposed suggest that a reckoning is imminent, one that could bring down even Hollywood's most powerful players. And as you sit back and watch the drama unfold in real time, ask yourself, how deep does this rabbit hole really go, and who will be the next to fall from grace? In the end, this alleged expose isn't just about high-profile firings or whispered rumors behind closed doors. It's a call to action for every fan, every skeptic, and every observer of this roller coaster industry. The allegations, as outrageous and seemingly far-fetched as they may sound, invite us to question everything we thought we knew about Hollywood's glittering facade. When power, money, and egos collide, what emerges is a story that's as riveting as it is damning. And while we may never have all the answers, one thing is for sure the truth, no matter how deeply buried, has a way of making itself known. So, what do you think? Can the Titans of Tinseltown really keep playing their dangerous games, or is this the moment when the House of Cards finally comes crashing down? Strategists, studio executives, personal assistants, and even a few unnamed Marvel insiders are reportedly pulling back the curtain on a chaos that could bring down one of the most powerful entertainment empires in history. One alleged voicemail captured a frantic exchange between a Disney executive and a Marvel board member, scrambling to handle the growing backlash and discussing strategies for containing Reynolds and Lively. Let that sink in containment, like a viral outbreak. The voicemail even referenced shifting the narrative away from Baldoni, suggesting that the Justin drama wasn't just collateral damage, it was weaponized. If these claims are true, it would mean that Disney allegedly used Baldoni's mess as a deliberate distraction to bury even more damaging scandals brewing under their own roof. The texts? Brutal. Allegedly, some internal communications between Disney's upper management were laced with cryptic phrases like, "They know too much," "Leak protocol is failing," and "Clean it up before Ruffalo talks again." The last one? Chilling. It's believed to be a reference to Mark Ruffalo's alleged efforts to expose what's really happening behind the scenes. If these texts are authentic, and again, it's all alleged, this paints a picture of a frantic corporate cover-up where controlling the narrative took precedence over accountability, ethics, or even basic transparency. But it doesn't stop there. Former insiders have supposedly come forward anonymously, dropping bombshells about NDAs, silenced whistleblowers, and hush money settlements. One source even claimed that Disney delayed announcing major Marvel projects just to ride out the firestorm. According to this source, the company went into full damage control mode, allegedly bribing smaller media outlets to bury stories that could gain traction. We're talking about deliberate media manipulation shaping what headlines get published and which ones are buried 6 paragraphs deep, if they're published at all. And here's where it gets even darker. One alleged confession revealed that Blake Lively confronted a high-level Disney executive about the company's mishandling of an incident involving Justin Baldoni and an unnamed producer. Rather than address her concerns, the executive allegedly stonewalled her. She was allegedly told to focus on her family and let the situation pass translation. Sit down, stay quiet, and don't stir the pot. Not long after, rumors about her firing began circulating. A coincidence? Allegedly not. If this narrative is true, it reveals a staggering divide between the shiny image Disney presents to the public and what might really be happening behind closed doors. The family-friendly facade, the red carpets, the meticulously crafted press junkets, all supposedly just smoke and mirrors, concealing a frantic, behind-the-scenes scramble to keep the empire from collapsing under its own corruption. The fact that this level of control might be slipping, with leaks, rogue insiders, and whispers from former allies, feels like the beginning of something huge. It's like the top of a high-stakes Jenga tower finally starting to topple. Each new leak is another brick pulled from the foundation of a billion-dollar illusion. Those who once thought they were untouchable, allegedly, they're now scrambling to erase emails, delete texts, and make frantic phone calls in the dead of night. It's desperation. It's fear. And if even half of these rumors are true, it's a textbook example of an empire too arrogant to see its own downfall looming. Every new revelation feels like a ticking time bomb, waiting to explode. Each one is louder, messier, and more damning than the last. And once that first bombshell hits mainstream media with enough evidence to go viral, it's game over. The audience, the fans, the casual viewers, the die-hard supporters, they're no longer buying the fairy tale. They see the cracks widening, the masks slipping, and the golden castle starting to rot from within. The real question now is, who's going to be the next to flip and expose the truth? If these explosive claims hold any weight, we could be on the brink of an unprecedented reckoning in Hollywood. Imagine a world where every beloved storyline, every cherished character is suddenly tainted by deceit, where the polished narratives on screen are just elaborate facades for a system built on manipulation. The actions of these powerful executives aren't just about ruining reputations, they're attacking the very trust that fans place in their favorite stars and stories. This trust is the lifeblood of Hollywood, the glue that binds fans to the world of escapism, hope, and shared dreams. As this drama unfolds, the real question is whether that trust can ever be restored. Mark Ruffalo has reportedly dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. In a series of explosive comments, the actor is said to have exposed a scandal at Disney that could change everything. Allegedly, the company fired Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, tying their departure to a growing drama surrounding Justin Baldoni and a supposed Marvel scam. If you thought Hollywood was all about glitz and glamour, prepare to have your mind blown. This isn't just another celebrity feud, it's a calculated power play that's allegedly shaking the very core of one of the world's most powerful entertainment empires. Ruffalo's alleged comments come at a time when rumors about Disney's inner workings have been getting louder. Sources claim he revealed that Disney decided to sever ties with major stars like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively because they were seen as liabilities in a much bigger scheme. Can you believe it? These top-tier talents, instead of being celebrated for their skill and loyalty, were allegedly caught in a web of internal power struggles where talent and dedication took a back seat. It's as if Hollywood's very rules are being rewritten before our eyes. But that's not all. The drama intensifies with the so-called Marvel scam. Allegedly, behind Marvel's shiny public image lies a carefully crafted strategy to control narratives, and more crucially, rake in massive profits. This isn't just about box office numbers, it's about reputation, image, and the hidden stories that fuel fan speculation. Think about it. When a beloved franchise becomes part of a larger game, no one is immune to the fallout. Adding fuel to the fire is the ongoing drama surrounding Justin Baldoni. For years, rumors have circulated about what really went on behind closed doors, and now it seems that everything may be connected. Allegedly, Baldoni's own controversies have set off a chain reaction that forced Disney to reassess its approach to marquee names. The rumor mill is in overdrive, with insiders suggesting that Baldoni's alleged missteps gave Disney the perfect excuse to make sweeping changes. And if you're wondering how all of this fits together, just imagine the growing tension as alliances. Shift and loyalties are tested in one of the most cutthroat industries on the planet. Speaking of shifting alliances, several A-listers' names you'd easily recognize from blockbuster films and high-profile endorsements are said to be caught up in this scandal. Whether as pawns or active players, these stars are allegedly tangled in a narrative that could rock Hollywood to its core. In a world where control and fame go hand in hand, the lines between allies and rivals blur, creating an atmosphere where every move is calculated to expose vulnerabilities and exploit weaknesses. It's almost as if the industry itself is a chessboard, and the players are maneuvering with precision. Now imagine the fallout when these covert connections are finally uncovered. Let's focus on the elephant in the room, Marvel's empire. The allegations suggest that the firings and the so-called Marvel scam aren't isolated events, but part of a larger strategy to reshape the industry's power dynamics. Disney's decision to let go of high-profile figures like Reynolds and Lively? Just the beginning. Behind the flashy trailers and blockbuster premieres, there's a far darker narrative, a web of secret deals, off-the-record conversations, and a relentless pursuit of control at any cost. The fallout for Marvel could be catastrophic if these allegations hold any weight. Imagine a world where your favorite superhero sagas turn out to be nothing more than a carefully manufactured illusion, poised to collapse under the weight of their own contradictions. And then there are the alleged leaks that have emerged in recent months. These aren't just idle rumors from some anonymous forum, they're full-blown red alert level allegations. We're talking controversial voicemails, explosive behind the scenes, text exchanges, and hushed confessions from insiders who claim they couldn't keep quiet any longer. And these aren't low-level assistants making noise. Allegedly, these are people deeply embedded in the very heart of the operation, the ones in the room where it all happens.